Hello, everyone. This is the RFID Talks, and I'm going to have the opportunity to talk to a very important specialist in packaging in the world. Eef de Ferrante is the IPIA managing editor, managing executive director, right? Hi,
Correct.
Eef. How are you?
Good. I'm very fine and very good to see you again, Edson. Hope you're doing fine.
Oh, I'm doing fine too. And this is just a virtual meeting, but this is good to see you too, if and just to explain people who are not used to IPIA, but is the Active Intelligent Packaging Industry Association, which is the important association, world association that has events all over the world. And now you are going to China, right? And
Yes.
the idea is to talk about the trends on packaging industry, right?
Yes. Yes. Well, well, what we do, we have a very simple but also a very complicated mission. We promote the use and implementation of new technologies in packaging. So not we are not looking at the packaging itself, if it's carton or glass or whatever, but what technology can you add to it to make it either active, shelf life, uh, nanotechnologies, etc., or intelligent, which means you know more about the product for tracking and tracing, getting in touch with the consumer, etc. So these are the two focus areas of AIPIA. China, why are we going to China? We've always been in China. We have our office there. It, of course, everybody knows during and after the pandemic that became a bit slow, but at IPR we don't believe we have to even think about the issues and problems in the world, but we have to move on building this industry. So if we say, oh, difficult China, then what that that doesn't go anywhere. So
You're right.
that's definitely the reason that we're going back to China, and we're going to do a one-day summit in Shanghai during ProPac China, and so well, again, the first reason is we don't want to get involved in any, we just want to move this industry forward. And second is we believe that the smart packaging industry is a global topic.
Mhm,
So we need to have a global view on the technologies.
mhm,
And since China is an important global player in supply chains, in exporting and importing, in food, in consumer products, in cosmetics, we need to be there, and we need to keep a focus on the supply chains. So that's why we're going back to China.
And China is also a very important player in technology. So there's no discussion that they are really important. And all over, all industries need to keep doing business, even if we have or not any kind of political problem all over the world. And
Exactly.
it doesn't matter,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, it doesn't matter. We don't want to look at those topics. Our task is to move the smart packaging industry forward. And as you said, China is an important player.
Mhm.
So we are there on the 18th and 19th of September, of June already, um, in Shanghai. And we have a fantastic partner and office in Shanghai. So definitely we will set up well, an interesting summit.
Yes, I've been there in 2019, and the event was great, and lots of
Yeah,
participants and people bringing ideas. And I met people from Japan, from all over the world, and it was very interesting to learn about China and
yeah,
also how they can be part of this evolution of packaging. And this was great. I believe
Yeah,
that pandemic has changed a lot of things, and some are more sensible than others. But I believe people will have a good opportunity to learn
yeah.
about this.
Well, as you said, 2019 was a fantastic event there, and China is an important player in the development of technologies.
Mhm.
So let's just go for it, and we don't look at the past, but at the future, because smart packaging is a future topic.
And probably sustainability is one of the important subjects for
Yes,
this event too, right?
yes.
DPP
That's
is one of them.
Yes, well, that's an interesting topic. As it's very good that you bring that to the table. Uh, we believe um, sustainability in packaging, of course, is important. This is maybe at this moment the number one issue. And many companies, which we fully understand, which is a very good step, are looking at the materials, how to use more sustainable materials, um, make materials recyclable and things
Mhm.
like that. But there is a but, because um, milk doesn't go in a paper bag. And red meat in carton, believe me, is not a good idea. We think that if you make the packaging more intelligent or more active by adding a technology, you can have a bigger result on sustainability than trying to change the material itself. Because meat, anyway, has to be in some sort of plastic.
Mhm.
So, but if you know more about the product, about the condition of the product by, for example, sensing it, or if you add a tag for tracking and tracing of the product, or the GS1 digital link is a very good example, item level link. So it's all about knowing more about the product, where it is, where does it have to go to. If
Mhm.
you can connect with consumers by packaging, by scanning codes, or by tapping or by making a picture or whatsoever, you can get in touch with the consumer and give them more information on how to recycle, or what is the condition of the product, etc. So it's sometimes a difficult message, but to add a technology like a code or a sensor or a tag or whatever, to add a technology to a pack can gain a better sustainable effect than trying to change the material itself.
I see.
This is actually the reason, and maybe I can go to that topic for a short moment, that we have set up a new consortium within IPIA. We call it Smart Food Chain, which is a consortium of around 50 companies in the EU, big influential players like Unilever and T-Systems and Digimark, and big companies. Um, what we want to do, we want to rebuild, or actually build, a complete new example of a food supply chain by using new technologies in packaging, in order to minimize waste, food waste, and packaging waste in the food supply chain. This is the goal of the consortium, and we give ourselves three years to develop this and prove that if you, as technology providers, if you work together and make use of each other technology and, for example, generated data, you can achieve a far better result than as a technology provider, as one technology provider itself.
And is can I really believe that probably the EU regulation about the digital product passport (DPP) is something that's driving more faster
Yeah,
this kind of transformation, right?
Yes, sometimes it's good that new rules and laws come because
Mm-hmm.
that pushes the industry forward.
Mm-hmm.
And DPP, of course, is a very good example of that. Because, well, at the end, it's all about data. So you need to know more what's happening in the supply chain.
Mm-hmm.
And all the technologies are there, and we need rules to motivate companies to start using them.
Mm-hmm.
And well, again, as I said, it's all about data. It's all about knowing more. And I mean, all the technologies are there. So let's start using them.
And probably the use of new technology, as you said, this is not just changing the product, the material we are using to transport or to
No,
put
yeah,
our products. It's not
yeah,
enough. And technology like RFID, NFC, QR codes,
no.
uh, all those kind of things are really important to drive this new idea of how to take care of the planet and also keep uh, making logistics for our products, right?
Exactly. Changing the material for a product. Of course, we have to try that and look at that, but
Hmm.
that's a long procedure, and it might, it can even have a negative effect on the sustainability of a supply chain. Of course, you can make the packaging of cheese lighter or thinner
Hmm.
or more sustainable,
But
but
it
what's
can also
happening
create more waste, right?
exactly can create more waste. But what's happening with the cheese?
That's true. More
So
waste.
more waste. So again, adding we have to be more smart. That's all I want to say.
That's true, and I believe I really like when you say when you said during the first events from AIPIA I went in 2000 it was 2019 in Chicago and then Amsterdam and
Yeah,
China. When you say we are building a new industry, because this is true.
yeah,
This is not really something that we already have, but we
no,
have to follow that.
yes, we are. That's definitely true. It's also sometimes a difficult mission to build a new industry, but we are moving forward. Um, what is interesting in this field is that what we've seen in the last, let's say, 10 years, uh, we've seen all these technologies coming to the market.
Hmm.
And now I believe we come at a turning point that we say, okay, wait a minute. Now all the technologies are here. Now let's combine them and let's work together. Because to develop a technology is one, but to make use of it in an efficient way is a complete different story. And why do we ask a brand to integrate three, four, five different new technologies if those technologies are not working together?
Hmm.
So our next mission in building this industry, the smart packaging industry, is that we say technology providers have to work together. Build consortium. Don't start to develop something new if you don't know how to work with the others together and make it more affordable and make it more efficient.
And to let people understand better the work of AIPIA and also to understand to know about the other events that are coming this year, could you please tell us about this roadmap?
Yeah. So, well, the roadmap is well, we keep on doing, writing and publishing and getting technology providers in contact with brands, and we organize meetings online and offline to, you know, to make the potential users understand what's happening in this industry. Um, we have on 8th and 9th of September, we're going to Chicago we organize, this is actually an interesting one. It's a summit on smart labeling. So we really focus on the label industry. Why? Well, for two reasons. One is we are joining Label Expo, the biggest exhibition in the world for the label industry. And two is, most of the times the label is the carrier of the technology. So if you talk about a code or a sensor or an RFID or whatever it is, it's a label who carries the technology. So we will have brand user cases and presentations from brands at the Smart Labeling Summit from IPIA in Chicago. That's 8th and 9th of September. We organized this together with AWA, Alexander Watson and Associates. They are a research company in the label industry, label and packaging industry. And then, of course, we come to Amsterdam with the IPR World Congress, our main event where the whole smart packaging industry meets. This is 18 and 19 of November in Amsterdam, a little bit end of the year. But Amsterdam is beautiful in these days. And this is where our mission there is also simple. We connect technology providers with brands. We've always done that. And what we always do is we ask brands, okay, what are you looking for in the smart packaging industry? What is your view on the developments and what do you need the coming years? And that we translate in meetings and sessions with the technology providers, discussions and panel discussions, so that the technology provider industry knows, oh, wait a minute, this is the direction we have to go to.
That's true. I believe this is a very good service that AIPIA does to the world. And I saw lots of companies starting their projects and presenting it. This is great. And this is not as simple as you said, Eef. This is excellent work. And you are, I would like to congratulate you. And
thank you very much.
Good.
Well, I truly hope we will be able to seeing you there again. You're always a very welcome guest at the events. And
thank you. I'll try.
It's not maybe not a simple mission, but you know what, we like what we're doing, so that's makes it most of the time successful.
That's true. And thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you. And if you have something else you would like to tell people.
Well,
please.
Yes, one short message. Well, two. One is smart food chain. Please go to our website. You will find it under projects. Have a look at it, because I believe this is going to be a very important next step in the smart packaging industry. And two is go to the website, have a look at the events, and if you wish to present something or join us or want to show your technology to the smart packaging industry and brands, let us know. We are here for you.
And even to learn about. I had the opportunity to learn a lot, and you have lots of content, and this is very important to the market. I believe we are going to part of our history, of the civilization history, that we need to take better care of the planet and all our products and our economies. And I really like the idea of having association like yours. This is
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Edson, and we'll meet soon, I hope.
I hope to see you soon too.